That was good.
Yeah.
It was like I was right there.
Yeah.
Arissa? Where are you? She has to come out now. That was the intro.
Arissa's such a classy woman.
She is. Let's see here. So there's we just got done with season 10, episode 2, Eviction. They're really going through it quick. I don't like Jess. How do you feel about Jess?
I think that her conversation with Herman was super aggressive. And I think that I guess if I were to be put on the blog, I would take it personally. But I think that she took it to another extent because in the beginning, like, they don't know you as a person. Like, they're putting you up because, like, they don't know who else to put up. And maybe you're just not rubbing people the right way. But it's not, like, personal because they don't know you. So, like, how are you going to take it so personally if,
Well, I mean, they showed at least one conversation she had with people, and she just came off super just, I don't want to say deep, but just right away, like, she's talking about, like, food and just the deep, I don't know, she kind of comes off to me, and then the facts about lions, they sleep 20 hours a day. That's a fun fact I have about lions. And then, I don't know, he wanted her opinion about, she just doesn't seem personable.
She doesn't seem personable, but she also seems like she does seem like she's really into the game. Like, maybe that she really wanted to be on Big Brother, but maybe she's just not as self-aware that maybe her social game is what would be her downfall.
Yeah, she just, she rubs me the wrong way. Too many fun facts just to throw randomly in there.
That really bugged you.
It did. Here's a fun fact. Lions, is that even true?
It didn't make much sense.
I'm gonna Google that later.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
May I also say with a fun fact, now that I'm thinking about it, so her fact is that the lions sleep 20 hours a day, and then they're like on the prowl. What you should take from that is that you should be
sleeping.
Like, you don't have to be powerful like 24/7 to be very powerful, I guess. But like, the conversation she had with Herman was so aggressive that it doesn't seem like very lion behavior, if that's what she's saying.
What bugged me about that, so in the diary room, she's just all like, I went in there to extend an olive branch. And she's just like super like imposing. She did not extend any olive branch that I saw. So if her reality of that situation was just like, this is my olive branch, she came off hard. Like, that was not an olive branch, girl.
She was very aggressive.
Like, if she starts to, she's going to have to start, to make it in that game, you sort of have to just sprinkle in some chisme. If she starts to sprinkle in, like, gossip and rumors about other people, but so off skew like that, like, oh, I went in there and extended an olive branch, when she did not do that, she's going to come off as a liar when she may, in her head, be telling the truth about a situation.
Yeah.
She's going to come off as a liar to someone, and they're going to be like, oh, she lied about that. And then she's going to be like, no, I didn't. And there's going to be a fight where both people think they're right, and it's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Prediction.
Let's talk about Kevin's game.
Kevin. Yes.
Do you respect the gameplay that he is?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Right? Because, like, what he said about, at this point, I would campaign against my mother. I get taking that information and spreading it like wildfire, because you got to do what you got to do to stay in the game, especially when you're on the block. So I respect that. I don't know this whole, like, oh, I'm really this conniving other person, I'm so smart. I don't know if I, like, respect or get that.
He's also not that convincing.
No.
So, like, it's gonna bite him in the end, but for this round of elimination, like, it really did save him. But not that he was a target anyways. Like, she was a target for good reason. Yeah. She was very negative.
Oh, yes.
A negative Nancy. You can't be going into week one. Week one, you're already going into the room.
Day two.
And, like, being like, oh, nobody gets me here. Like, I don't want to vibe with anybody. I don't want to make
friends, yeah.
Why were you casted?
You need friends in this game.
But you also have to have some sort of, like, are you excited to be on the show? Because there's probably so many people that would be like, I would love to, like,
Right? She like
Yeah.
isolated herself.
I don't know if she really wanted to be there, but I like her outfits.
Yeah, I thought I'd like her more. I don't know. But she, like the outcasts, they're like, I keep saying outcasts, but a group of people eventually become the outcast. There's usually like two strong sides of a house starting off, and then maybe a third group of like outcasts. And the third group of outcasts don't know they're outcasts per se. They think they're playing some sort of other game. Like Jess and I forgot who else voted to evict Kevin. They were the only two people voting to evict him, which they were either thinking, oh, I'll throw him a pity vote, or they were out of the loop. So if I'm thinking that they were just out of the loop, which means that they are not really working with anyone.
Yeah.
And with Jess, that's believable because she comes off like she's not being personable.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of elimination,